Okay, we should be live. So make sure we are. YouTube. Let's load up the YouTube app. My channel. Yeah, and we are live, and the camera seems to be all working. So hi, welcome back to Sim by the Mile. So you joined me today. We are here, going to be riding on the East Coastway, doing some little loops on the East Coastway. We're going to be starting, I think, Seaford to Brighton, and Brighton to Eastbourne, back to Brighton, and then maybe back to Seaford. A little bit of a loop between the destinations on the East Coastway. I worked out the problem as well, because I tried to stream the East Coastway last Saturday. I tried to stream the East Coastway. I couldn't get the train to move, and I worked out the reason was on the East Coastway main screen I selected here the West Coast mainline version of the 377-2, and for whatever reason that's not compatible with the East Coastway for some reason. That's why you couldn't move. You have to make sure you're selecting the 337-4, and then you have East Coastway London Commuter. It's the East Coastway version that works. It's kind of a bit annoying that this version's here when it doesn't actually load anything. So we'll jump in. First thing we're going to do is Seaford to Brighton. There's one leaving in 10 minutes time. We'll pick this one. 38 minutes. We'll keep the weather clear. We want the sun today. It's a sunny day, although to be fair the weather's terrible. Probably lots of showers if it's anything like what we've had around Manchester recently. Sure, the weather is doing over on the East Coast, but we'll have a nice sunny drive on the remastered East Coastway. Because of the issues I had the other week, this is like my first time. Oh, we're doing Brighton Seaford. I thought we'll do it the other way around. Okay, that's fine. We can go Brighton first. Not the way I intended to do it, but get the doors unlocked, reverse neutral, set the safety systems up if I remember where they are. They're all here, aren't they? Good. Headlights to day running. We're not going to need anything different today. Don't need tail lights on. Doors are open. We're in neutral at the moment. It's just waiting for our passengers to board. Okay, so first trip is going to be from Brighton down to Seaford. I guess we'll go back from Seaford then to Brighton, turn the train around, and then go out to Eastbourne and back. Should have about 4 runs on the stream today, so grab yourself a cup of coffee. I've got coffee here, also some water because I'll be streaming for a while. Sit back, have your breakfast. I hope you're all enjoying something nice and enjoy the ride. While waiting, we'll just take a little look out the outside. There is quite a few DLC for this. I know River Games just released a 171 not too long ago. I don't own that yet. And something else in the pack. And there is one more older DLC that I don't have for East Coastway. To be fair, it's a route I've never really played too much of. So if we do end up enjoying this, or now it's been remastered, I know the Great Western Express was a great remaster. We may end up picking up them packs and playing it a bit more. Even if we don't pay full price, maybe picking them up on sale. I'm sure, like all TSW stuff, they'll probably go on sale quite a bit. Right, so reverse it forward. Our next stop is London Road in just over 100 yards. Give it some power, brakes are off, we are moving this time.
Welcome aboard the service to Seaford, calling at London Road, Moulscombe, Fowler, Lewis, South East, New Haven Town, New Haven Haven Harbour, Bishopston and Seaford.
One thing we do get with the remaster as well is the upgraded TSW6 standards, which
The
means
next
we
station is London Road.
do get them passenger announcements. Which is a nice addition, the passenger announcements, featuring them on the route. Take a little look outside as we depart Brighton station. Obviously, Brighton Main Line, which we own, would be heading up that way towards London, but we're taking the right turn across the viaduct and onto the East Coastway. So this route should, first run should take about 40 minutes to get us down to Seaford, where we'll turn the train around and come back. One thing that is a lot different from the last time
London Road.
passenger announcements. One thing that is different from the last time I played on the East Coastway, which you can definitely tell, is the lighting. A lot of the older TSW routes, and you'll see it if you play Northern Transpennine or Tees Valley. You know, the lighting back then was a lot darker. To be fair, both them routes, Tees Valley and Northern Transpennine, probably do deserve to be remastered as well at some point. They're both good routes, but they certainly do show their age. Try and bring us down to the full car marker here. We're a little hot. Yeah, we're a little past the stop marker, but not too bad. It can fit 12 carriage trains here, so.
This train is the service to Seaford. The next station is
So we're a little far
Waltham.
advanced, but not too bad. Again, as we start heading out to Seaford, let me know if you're enjoying the stream on the chat. Do leave a comment. Also, throw us a like as well if you are enjoying the content. It just helps push the stream out to more people, push the channel out to more people, and it's the easiest way to help it grow. We are here a few minutes early. In fact, we're here way early. We've got 2 minutes of waiting before we're allowed to depart and continue on our way. No service coming back the other way. One thing I've done in the last week is I've set my speakers up now properly. So we have 5.1 surround sound going on. So literally I can hear, you know, it feels so much more immersive because like I can hear the engine behind me. Especially if you're running like a heavy diesel and you're in the front and the back speakers are roaring as the diesel engine comes on. So it's been fun having the 5.1 system going on. You still get that effect a little bit with the electrics, but obviously the motor engine sounds isn't as loud, I guess you'd say. Like I said, I've had these speaker systems for ages, but I've never really had, until I redid the room and changed my desk setup and everything, I've never really had the back speakers plugged in. But I'm glad I've finally got all that working. Let's take a little look outside while we wait. We've still got people still on the platform. What are these guys waiting for? Not gonna be. Maybe they just don't want to go Seaford. They want to go somewhere else this morning. Not sure what's wrong with Seaford. I'm sure it's a lovely place. 30 seconds and we can get on our way. I don't know why the timetable's having us wait so long here. Where were we? London Road, was it? Yeah, London Road. Not sure why it's having us wait so long here at London Road. Right. We can get going. Let's get the doors locked and let's get out of here. got a busy train of passengers who are desperate to get down to the seaside. Well, I guess we're already at the seaside if they're in Brighton, but still, you know what I mean. A different seaside. A different bit of coast.
Welcome aboard the service to Seaford, calling at Moulscombe, Falmouth, Lewis, South East, New Haven Town, New Haven Harbour, Bishopston and Seaford.
Yeah, quite a lot of stops on this route.
The next station is Moulscombe.
Also, this section, they all seem to be quite close together as well. Now, is this the one for... One of these goes past stops at the Annex, but I'm not sure it's this station or the one after that you'd get for the football if you were travelling to a match. We'll obviously see it when we get there because, you know, the stadium's pretty much outside of the tracks, but... Can't remember, it's been a while, I can't remember which one it is for the football. Bit of that warning. But we can go up to. We're probably not going to get up to 55 because we'll be stopping soon.
We are now approaching Moulscombe.
See, I'd pronounce it Musselcombe, but we'll believe the pronunciation of the announcement. Pop in a little bit of break. I feel like we're going on way too quick there, but you know, we overshoot. Okay, no, actually, that was pretty good for stopping.
This train is the service to Seaford. The next station is Falmouth.
I think it's the next one where we get to the football ground. If the door's locked, we'll be able to leave in a minute. A nice outside shot as we leave the station. Here on our southeastern Electro Star. See, when they did the remaster, I'm not sure how much they've done with in terms of the buildings and stuff. I'm pretty sure the buildings in the remaster are the same as the original. It's just the lighting and the foliage that they've upgraded, along with things such as the passenger announcements. I don't think they've added any like extra trackside detail or anything on the remastered version. Stations are becoming a little further apart though. Pretty much 2 miles between Falmouth and here. Well, Falmouth and wherever we just stopped anyway. Start bringing the braking down. Sit back
We
in
are
the
now
chair and relax.
approaching Falmouth.
So there you go, there's the football stadium. Much smoother coming into the station as well, in terms of our stopping distance. Now I can't remember if it's fully branded, the Brighton station, Brighton Stadium. It might have the proper branding on it. Oh, we parked a little up the platform, but not too far off the marker. Plenty of room here anyway. I'll say they've got like a nice little footbridge here. I do kind of like that. It's very retro. We'll stay outside the cab as we start giving it some power and move on. Take a good look at the stadium. Yep, American Express Stadium, so it is properly branded. Brighton Hove Albion Football Club. Right, hopefully my audio's still working. Oh, audio, yep, my audio is still working. Inadvertently caught the wrong button there. Test the horn out as you go through the tunnel. So we've got a few more miles now to get to Lewes. And then I think, is it at Lewes where the line splits, I think? I think it's there where it splits, and we take the branch down to Seaford. As I said, because this was an older route, it's been a long time since I've been down here on the East Coastway. Girl I work with was a little while ago was going to Lewes, and the only reason I knew where it was because of this game. I was like, oh, I know where that is. That's near Brighton, right? And she's like, yeah. Right. Learning geography through playing Train Sim World. But as I said, the only reason I know that is because of literally playing this route. Even though, as I said, it's not a route I tend to play a lot, but... You know, a little bit of a grade here, so just having to tap the brakes to keep speed under control. As soon as I take off the brake, you can see the speed just slowly start creeping back up. Field as well. Quite nice. Not too keen on the 2D grass though, that's a bit let down. That should have been upgraded with the remastered, I think, 2D grass there. I wouldn't say this is as good as Great Western Express when it comes to the remasters that have come out. Great Western Express, I think, is absolutely brilliant, but I completely missed that 55. It didn't even give us an AWS warning about the speed change. I know we do have to get down to 10s as we get to Lewes because it's quite slow going through that station. I feel there should have been an AWS warning there, considering it's quite a significant speed change in. Bring awareness to it. There should really be one for the 10 as well, so we'll see if we get an AWS.
We are now approaching Lewes.
Doesn't look like it's going to give us one, because like literally the 10 starts from just around this corner. You know, 10 starts here. And we've not had any speed change warning, so that's probably a bit poor. I think that should have been fixed on the remaster. I always remember this part as we get into Lewes being very, very slow. From when I used to play this route. Definitely just the new lighting makes an absolute world of difference in terms of the scenery. I think Cologne also got was the other route that got remastered? So as I said, I don't really play the German routes all often, but we may have to give that a try. Stopped right at the wrong doors. So that may be what we give a try next to. So we're here, and this is where it branches off. I'm not sure there's another station in between. I don't think there is. And we take the branch to head down south. I'm running just a little late at the moment, probably about half a minute late. Southeast is the next station. Yeah, if you're from this part of the world, let me know. How do you find the? How are you finding the remaster of the East Coastway? Do you think they've done the route justice compared to how this feels in real life? I know we are still restricted here to like 10 miles an hour heading out the station. Very, very slow, just going through this little bit of route here. Nice little footbridge actually. That'll be all right to do some spotting from. Stand on there, with the services going right underneath you. Right, we can give it some speed, so let's get the speed up. Hear that electric motor kick in of the electro start. If I do start playing this more, I will go and think about picking up the 2 DLC packs for it. The new one that just came out and the older one from years ago. Like I said, it's just content that I've never decided to go get because it's not been a route that I particularly play all that often. I have wish listed them items though, so at least if they do come up on sale or something, I can pick them up. And as I said, TSW stuff goes on sale regularly, especially the older stuff. So we can definitely look at picking them up in the future. Pop the brake in. Because we're switching tracks here, I think this is where we split to head down towards Seaford. As opposed to our route down to Eastbourne, which we'll be doing afterwards. As I said, once we get to Seaford, we'll be turning the train around, heading back to Brighton, and then going out to Eastbourne. Clear off the warning. I guess the fact that you do get two branches does add a little bit of variety to the service on the route. So you're not just doing point A to point B non-stop. And you also do get Class 66 services as well, so and there is some variety to what you can do on here. We're actually going to get up to line speed, which is impressive as well. This is the first time we've managed to, I think, hit the 70. And then as soon as we get up to line speed, we've got to get down for a 60, but that's pretty much at the station stop anyway. But we're going to start braking now. We've got a mile to go. Slowly bring us down. What's everyone's favourite route? Anyone have a favourite route? Put it down in chat.
Southeast.
It's always great to hear from the people that are watching, so as I said, if you do have a favourite route, put it down in chat. I'd love to know what you enjoy playing. We are at South East.
This is Southeast.
Get the doors open. Very, I guess there's a little bit of a village there. It's quite rural though, isn't it? South East. Cows in the field. We've got a service coming back up the other way as well. very rural village. I don't know what the least used station is on this route, but I wouldn't be surprised if it might be this one, considering it seems to be in the middle of nowhere. That'll be us in a moment, heading back the other way.
Welcome aboard the service to Seaford, boarding at New Haven Town, New Haven Harbour, Bishopston and Seaford.
So not far to go, we've only got a few stops left, the New Haven stops,
The
and then
next station is New Haven Town.
into Seaford for our first trip of the day. But yeah, in terms of passenger numbers, as I said, I don't know which is the least used on this line, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's that one, because it is pretty much just in the middle of nowhere. Little rural village. So you head down the line, what's everyone drinking for their morning? Is it a tea or coffee? I'm more of a tea drinker, but I do like a coffee in the morning. We are on coffee as we're doing this first service out. Probably a bit of a debate, tea versus coffee, isn't it? Now, in terms of length, this feels quite quick, to be fair. I mean, we're pretty much almost at Seaford now. Just the two New Haven stops, and then we're so whatever the one is in between, like Bishopsgate or whatever it's called, and then we're pretty much there, ready to turn around. So I think the route does seem to go quite quick. I remember from New Haven being quite, especially with the harbour and stuff, the port being a bit more industrial. Let's see here, we have like an aggregate place, looks like a Class 66 parked in there. Some of the freight services along the route. Get a little slow-mo pass by of the 66. Shed spotted right there. Slow pass by of the 66. Round the corner into the town, and then the port isn't far away. Does anyone know where you can get to on from this port? Where do the ships go to? Is it France? I'm assuming it's probably France, isn't it? Did well with the stop there, right at the marker. Yeah, you can see a ship just there. Type of ferry or something. Parked at the port. It looks like it's quite a quick little turnaround to get down there from New Haven town. Probably less than a minute between the two stops, I'd say. Yeah, 583 yards. This is like going from oh, I can't remember what it's called now. Maidstone to Maidstone Barracks, that's it.
Welcome aboard the service to Seaford, calling at New Haven Harbour, Bishopston and Seaford. The next station is New Haven Harbour.
Again, not far. You can already see, I guess it's a staggered platform here at New Haven Harbour, but I already see the platform to go the other way. And here's our platform. There's your ferry off to what I'd assume to be France. A little bit of siding there as well. I think after this it goes down to single track for the rest of the way once we get through the harbour. Getting the ship horn from the ferry. Must be ready to depart soon. Depart soon. Depart. There you go. You got that little siding there for cargo, and then you get onto the single track section. To make our way down to our final destination of Seaford for this first run. Brighton Ferries. Back in the cab. Got an old abandoned station here. Looks like it used to be double tracked as well through the section, given the width between the platforms. I guess there isn't the demand anymore for it, or the need for it to be double tracked. And there you go, there's the sea.
We are now approaching Bishopston.
little bit of a caravan park by the coast. So yeah, I'm running slightly behind. We are going to be getting into Seaford a few minutes late, but nothing too bad, I don't think, for our first run. And then we'll look at turning around. Heading back the way we came. With a little passenger running up to Brighton. And again, this is quite a quick, quite a short distance between the two stations as well. It's less than a mile. Basically to go.
Welcome aboard the service to Seaford. Boarding at Seaford only.
Can't really call anywhere else. It's the end of the line.
The next station is Seaford.
It's a terminus. If we go any further, we'll be crashing into the barriers.
We are now approaching Seaford.
And here we go, our last station stop. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this first run, make sure you give this stream a like and also throw us a sub. That's the easiest way to help out the channel, is click the subscription button. Just helps grow and helps get more eyes on the content, more eyes on the live stream like we've got today. And you see the barrier and the concrete wall at the end of the station, so won't be going any further. Got a load of people that are ready to go back to Brighton, so best hop back into timetable mode, get us turned around and head back the other way.
This is Seaford, where this train terminates.
So we'll see what we get in terms of scores once we've done. I'm assuming it's going to be platinum. Oh, only gold. Do they not have platinum medals in this route? Return to timetable. So it's around 10:46. Brighton lose, Brighton. Seaford Brighton 10:55. Well, this is the one we'll do, so 35 minutes going back in the other direction. Let's get started, get us turned around. Doors unlocked to get the new set of passengers in. Can never do this on using the controller. Right, safety systems are set up. We're pretty much good to go back in the other direction. 4-car service today. It's pretty much just the reverse, I guess, turn around of the service we've just driven in. Look at the timing. Right, doors are locked and we'll be ready to move. Brake power's off. Oh. Helps we put the reverser forward. And there we go.
Welcome aboard the service to Brighton, boarding at Bishopston, New Haven Harbour, New Haven Town, South East, Lewis, Falmer, Moulscombe, London Road and Brighton. The next station is Bishopston.
And again, as we've just seen coming down this way, the stations on this route are quite close together. Well, at least some of them anyway, so it shouldn't take too long for us to get back into Brighton. And then we'll take a service down to Eastbourne. Waiting for us to get the clearance to be able to go up to 70. Again though, this part of the route, we're not going to get anywhere near the up to speed because it's like less than a mile to between Bishopston and Seaford where we just left. And then it's again not far into the New Haven stuff, so very, very short stops to begin with. You already see the platform and the bridge just ahead for our first station stop.
Bishopston.
I think now this route's been remastered, I am likely to play it a bit more than I have done in the past. As I said, I will at some point go ahead and pick up the DLC packages as well. I'm not going to pay full price for it though, I'll wait for them to come on sale. Which again, Train Sim World, things come on sale all the time, don't they? So maybe not the new one from Rivet Games, but I'm sure the other pack, the original DLC for the route, should be on sale relatively soon. And relatively regularly.
This train is the service to Brighton. The next station is New Haven Harbour.
I don't know when they did the remaster if they've done anything to the timetable or improved the timetable.
Welcome aboard the service to Brighton, boarding at New Haven Harbour, New Haven Town, South East, Lewes, Falmer, Moulscombe, London Road and Brighton. The next station is New Haven Harbour.
There's our view of the sea as we leave. Head towards New Haven. And again the port. A little bit of a warning that we've got the 20 coming up as we get into the port. Let the power off and just let us cruise in. We've already pretty much got the instructions to get down to speed. Here's that abandoned station we saw on the way in. Now we'll just apply a little bit of brakes, just slowly bring us down. To the 20 as we get off the single track section. Again, there's the ferry, still not left. We are down slightly early.
We are now approaching New Haven Harbour.
The 20 starts just pretty much around this bend, so, and then the station's literally right after. Go over the level crossing, we're in the 20 zone now. And New Haven Harbour Station's just here. Moving around the corner and pretty much straight to the platform.
This is New Haven Harbour.
Get the emergency brake applied, what?
This train is the service to Brighton. The next station is New Haven Town.
I don't know what happened then. I think our emergency brake just applied because I acknowledged it, but I don't think the alarm went. It acknowledged me on the AWS acknowledgement. Oh well. I pressed the button, so I don't know what happened. Obviously didn't register the key press. Because I did not intend to stop there. I pressed B on the controller though, so I don't know why our
we are now approaching
AWS acknowledgement didn't work.
Welcome aboard the service to Brighton.
It's like driving the Class 90, we just don't have AWS apparently.
South East, Lewes, Falmer, Moulscombe, London Road and Brighton.
So it's probably a bit of a sensitive topic bringing up the Class 90 and its faults.
The next
that have still not been fixed, by the way.
New Haven Town.
You think it'd be one of the things I'd want to do quite quickly would be getting the Class 90 fixed, so you can actually use it on a control pad. But yeah, still nothing. This is New Haven town. Much better stopping here because we actually stopped in the right place. We've not just been forced to stop due to the train and the safety systems breaking us.
Service to Brighton. The next station is Southeast.
And then from here we get a bit more spaced out to get to Southeast and then lose. I forgot to change the weather, so we do have dynamic weather on, so it's naturally gone foggy like it always does. The dynamic weather is one thing that I do wish they'd go ahead and fix. Dovetail games, go fix it, please. You ask me, dynamic weathers never work correctly.
Welcome aboard the service to Brighton, boarding at Southeast, Lewis, Falmer, Moulscombe, London Road and Brighton.
Eventually, as we get probably towards Brighton, all this fog that has just suddenly appeared, because we always get fog, will just probably instantly vanish. Barely see in front of us here. Looks like a Class 66 is still parked up there. When we do our next run, as I said, when we get to Brighton, we're going to stop, turn around, do a run out to Eastbourne. I'll make sure we have the dynamic weather turned off for the next run. Just I don't think it's fun. I don't think it makes good viewing driving in the fog either. Not being able to see anything along the way. What I would like to see is a way to bring in real... I think there is a mod that can do it, but bring in real world weather conditions. Like you get in like Flight Simulator. So when you start a route, even if it's not like up to date, it'll download the latest weather report for the area you're driving in. And it will basically inject that into the game. And that'll be your set weather for the, you know, for your run. Even if it doesn't update as you're driving, but it'll basically generate the preset of the weather based off the real conditions. And I believe there's a mod. I've not got any mods installed on my TSW, but I believe there's a mod that does do something similar to that already. So hopefully Dovetail will go ahead and put that in the actual game. When it comes to TSW7, which I'm sure are only a few months away now, it's normally September when they release the new version. Oh, I was saying we'll probably get a moment where the fog disappears. We just had that, instantly vanishing. Again, dynamic weather just doesn't work.
We are now approaching Southeast.
It's not even a new feature, dynamic weather either. I think it was always like a Train Sim World 5 feature or 4. It's been in the game for a while and it's still broke. we are back at Southeast, so I guess this is probably, as I was saying before, it looks like it's probably the least used station on this route. Little village there, but not much else. It's between two towns though, so I guess there's that going for it. On our nice Sunday morning drive around the East Coastway. Perhaps maybe next week, although it might not be a Sunday stream next week, it might be a Saturday stream. Perhaps next week we should take a look at Blackpool branches and get another little bit of Coastway going on. Been a little while since I played on the Blackpool branches. Take us back to the 80s. Again, Blackpool branches is like recommended those one of the best routes. Oh, made AWS work then. Who knew? Who knew? Vigilante systems do work. So just 2 and a bit miles into Lewes. When we should be rejoining the main line in a moment or two. Probably will be where this 40 is, where we rejoin the main line. From the Seaford branch we're on currently. Here's the AWS warning for the 40 coming up. Start bring the speed down to that level. Do something else, tell something. This is what we're doing. I actually don't know what you're on about. Here we are in Lewes. This little bridge over the river. Now this part gets really, really slow. It helps to use the throttle the right way as well.
are now approaching Lewis.
But yeah, next week I think we'll probably... potentially Blackpool might be what we stream next week, I don't know. We'll see how we feel when we get there. Also, it kind of depends as to whether anything new comes out that's worth streaming. I know the release calendar for TSW recently has been a lot of stuff coming out. Although they have said it's probably going to slow down, so we'll have to see as to, you know, what gets released, if anything, and if there's anything that is released that's worth picking up. Down to 10 miles an hour here. So we go over the junction. So now we're pretty much rejoining the main line, so we can start our run down into Brighton in a moment.
This is Lewis. This train is the service to Brighton. The next station is Falmer.
And again, I think there's only like 3 stations now to get there. Falmer, London Road, Musselcombe, and then Brighton itself. So yeah, we've only really got 4 more stops now for when we get out of Lewes.
Welcome aboard the service to Brighton, boarding at Falmer, Moulscombe, London Road and Brighton. The next station is Falmer.
So yeah, we have a little bit of a bigger distance here between Lewes and Falmer, and then again it gets quite short, the stopping distance to get us back into Brighton. We do have to crawl out of the station now, a little bit here. Eventually, we'll get the go-ahead to go up to 55 and put the throttle down, but it's always slow, this part, very slow. Again, if you're enjoying the stream, make sure you let me know you're enjoying the stream. Pop a comment in chat. Also throw a like on the video. It's always good. Just to let people see, let YouTube see that people are engaging with the stream and that you're enjoying it. And just helps promote it, show it to more people. Also, throw us a sub as well. We have lots of simulation and train sim content on the channel, including reviews and live gameplay. So hopefully you'll find something that you do like. And I just want to say as well, thank you for everyone who's joined us today, for deciding to spend some of your Sunday morning with me. I know there's a lot of good creators out there, and you could literally be doing anything else right now as well, so it's always appreciated if you stop by the stream. But you're choosing to spend some of your time watching us play Train Sim World and having a good chat. This is something they should have fixed on the remaster, is this 2D grass just right here. It does look quite poor. I mean, it's more enjoyable, the remaster, as I've said. It's certainly more enjoyable than the... it's helped bring it some more life into the route, but there are still errors with it. It's certainly not the Great Western. Certainly not Great Western Express. Nearly here though at Falmer. Also tractors in the field. Vigilante system's just going off because we're literally stuck at the same speed at the moment and not doing anything with the throttle, so we will start bringing it down though to get ready to stop. And again, just give the horn a try as we go through the tunnel.
We are now approaching Falmer.
And here we are, here's Falmer, football stadium's somewhere up there. We are going in quite hot here, so let's pop in some brake. We did come in quite quick there, to be fair. Luckily it's a long platform and we're not going to risk...
This is Falmer.
We're not going to risk overshooting, but I've got a nice shot of the football ground in the back there. But yeah, we definitely took that approach way too quick. Right, doors are locked. I will be in a moment. So Busselcombe, then London Road, over the viaducts back into Brighton, and we'll see what we get for scores.
The service to Brighton, boarding at Moulscombe, London Road and Brighton. The next station is Moulscombe.
The announcement's been announcing it Moulscombe. Is that how you pronounce it? Is that how you meant to pronounce it? To be fair, it's probably not that important, is it? But is there a local watching who can give me the correct pronunciation?
We are now approaching Moulscombe.
Just round the bend and then we get to the next station. See your train going back the other way, already parked in there. Go. Are we going to overshoot the end? No.
This is Moulscombe.
Yeah, no, there's plenty of room for the doors to open there. We have overshot the marker a little bit, but we've not overshot the platform. Just coming in way too hot again. We are running slightly behind, so trying to overshoot slightly. Right, doors are closing. London Road, and then we're back into Brighton. And again, it's not a big gap between here and London Road. It's pretty much a mile, so we'll be there in absolutely no time. For the first time using the face camera, it's a bit of a difference as well, like remembering that we have to make sure we're talking into the camera. It's a slightly different experience. But I do think it does add to the stream the fact that, you know, you've got this direct connection now. As opposed to just being a mythical voice in the background.
We are now approaching London Road.
So here we are at London Road. I will be in a minute, just the other side of this little tunnel. Then we've got the 30 speed restriction going over the viaduct. And then we're back at home and we're ready to take a service down to Eastbourne. feel like I'm a real southeastern driver here doing a route going out and back.
This train is the service to Brighton. The next station is Brighton.
Here we go, we're into Brighton, over the viaduct, joining the main line, and then we're back home.
Service to Brighton. Boarding at Brighton only. The next station is Brighton.
Take the power off. Ever so slightly speeding.
Brighton.
We're cleared into platform 8. 20-mile-an-hour zone here, speed restriction here, just coming off the bridge. Another service coming out. It's heading out onto the East Coastway. And here we are in Brighton itself. So we're on the last platform. Make sure we brake before the buffer. And then just crawl into the car stop.
This is Brighton, where this train...
I feel we're... Okay, we went as close to the buffer as it looked from the cab. I'm not saying we looked like we were quite close there, but... No, we weren't. Let the passengers out and then we can look about heading back out. Can't believe we've only done 2 services and it's already like 11:30. 39 minutes on that service, 16 miles. Return to timetable. We'll at least get down to Eastbourne. I'm not sure if we'll get back from Eastbourne. So it's 11:27 now. Is there a service? 11:30, Brighton to Hastings, 37 minutes. 37 minutes whooping. Yeah, so we'll get out to Eastbourne. I don't think we're going to get back there, but we would have done 3 runs on the route. We'll keep it clear weather, today's date. We could have a little bit of light clouds. A few light clouds. This will be the other route, the other way we can go. So again, we'll be pretty much doing the first bit again, but instead of taking this branch down to Seaford, we're staying on the main line. Onto 'em to Eastbourne over here. And then I think once we do this one, we would have done 3 routes, and this will pretty much be the end of the stream for this morning's stream. Let's get our safety system sorted out. Master key is on. Doors are unlocked. So this will be about, I said 40 minutes probably to get up to Eastbourne. Take a little look at the part of the line we've not yet done this morning. Get our headlights sorted out, day running, headlights off. And again, it's been a nice little stream. I've been enjoying it this morning. We are going to have a minute wait once our before we're due to leave. We're due to leave at 32, so all the passengers will be getting on board. So next Sunday, as I said, I might do a stream Saturday instead, because next Sunday is going to be the Manchester Marathon, and I'm probably going to go watch the marathon, which I did last year. It was really enjoyable, and I think that's the plan for next Sunday. But I know you've all been enjoying the stream, so I'll try and get a stream out on the Monday, on the Saturday evening instead. It looks like we're going straight through to Falmouth, so we have one less stop.
Welcome
Couple of stops here.
the service to Hastings, boarding at Falmouth, Lewis, Berwick, Holgate, Hampton Park, Eastbourne, Hampton Park, Bexhill, St Leonard's, and Hastings. The next station is Falmouth.
So we are just skipping through London Road and Musselcombe here on this service. Probably why it isn't as long as the Seaford route. As we basically are just going to get onto the mainline and scoot through. Guess much more express. It is a long distance to get to Hastings, so a little bit more of an express route. Watch our speed going over the viaduct, as it is only restricted to 30 miles an hour. As soon as the back of the train passes it though, we can get up to 55. There we go. So 55 miles an hour, and then soon enough 70. At least it's a little express going through this section here where we have lots of quick stops. we're just enjoying cruising at the moment. So I'm kind of interested to see what the second part of the route is, and what they've done on that section, because it's been a little while since I've gone all the way to Eastbourne. I said this is the first time in probably quite a few years where I've actually been on the East Coastway. There is a video you can go back and watch of me doing this route, from when I first started doing videos. And I think that might have been from Eastbourne, I don't know. One of my very, very first TSW videos was a run along the East Coastway.
We are now approaching Falmouth.
My all-time worst moment of stream was probably that Sharman Hill stream, which I need to go and redo, where we spotted the light at the very end of the stream. After running the full length of Sharman Hill and being a US freight route, it literally took about 2 hours to get from end to end. And then we didn't even complete the timetable mode or the scenario, whatever we were playing, because we spotted the signal. We will get some US freight at some point, re-going. I'm kind of looking forward to the new coal route that's coming out. The Arizona route by High Iron Simulations. And that is literally just a 20-mile A to B freight route, taking ore from the mine to the smelter. So that'd be quite good to, when that does come out, that'd be quite good to go and enjoy and play that route quite a bit. I know with it only being 20 miles, I mean, I know it's going to be slow in terms of speed limit, but it shouldn't take super long to do a few runs on that. I mean, some of the US freight routes, they can take a long time, so. About 4 miles to get to Lewes.
Welcome aboard the service to Hastings, boarding at Lewes, Berwick, Polegate, Hampton Park, Eastbourne, Hampton Park, Bexhill, St Leonards and Hastings. The next station is Lewes.
So that'd be good when that route comes out, getting back on some of the US freight stuff. I think they do also have some freight engines coming out as well. So whether we go and check them out, I don't know. It may be something we do. For releases coming out, Trent Valley, that is going to be a day one purchase. And the Tadami line, but the Tadami line, we've been waiting on that for a very, very long time. I mean, the Tadami line was like Train Sim World 5 when that was announced, and we're still waiting on it, so eventually we'll get the Tadami line. It's now showing as 0 to 3 months, so hopefully it's not that far away. Although part of me still thinks when they do a take a ticket for Train Sim World 7, in the announcements for that, they'll be re-announcing the Tadami line because it's just never going to arrive. Right, just 3 and a bit miles to go. I need to remember here we are going downhill, so we do pick up a little bit of speed. I do just need to watch the brakes, just watch the speed and tap a little bit of braking as we go down the hill. I mean, eventually we'll have to stop anyway because we've got the slow section going into Lewes. But yeah, Trent Valley would be fun doing the Avanti West Coast services up. And technically, as it goes from Crewe to Milton Keynes, instead of being able to do a full run, which is something we will probably do, a full run from Crewe into London Euston. I mean, technically we own Spirit of Steam, so we could, even though the area is different, we could literally do a relay from Liverpool to Crewe and then onto the West Coast Main Line Trent Valley to Milton Keynes and then onto the West Coast Main Line south into Euston. If Just Trains routes come out, we could even go all the way up to from Carlisle, I guess, if their version of Preston Crewe comes out. Gotta get down to 10 in a moment. We're at the bottom of the hill now.
We are now approaching Lewes.
Brake quite heavily for this 10 zone coming on. We are probably going to bust this speed limit, but actually it might be just down at 10 just in time. We just have this very, again, slow approach through the station. The junction works and the sharp bends and stuff. It is quite busy as well. We've got a couple of AI services in. A couple of AI services probably heading back towards Brighton. Hear the squealing of the wheels as we come into the station. There we go, at the stop marker. The other service leaving one of the AI services there. So once we get out of this station, we're doing the part of the route that we've not yet done today. Well, there's a little bit where we cross over basically where we get to the junction to take the Seaford branch, and we'll be heading off in the other direction. Let's get the doors locked and we'll get us out of this station onto the next one. So Berwick, 7 miles, so we've got a little bit of a good run here. A little bit more of an express service on the Hastings branch.
Welcome aboard the service to Hastings, boarding at Berwick, Polegate, Hampden Park, Eastbourne, Hampden Park, Bexhill, St Leonard's and Hastings.
So literally we only have like 4 stops basically.
The next station is Berwick.
As we can only go as far as Eastbourne, we pretty much have 4 stops to get there. And as I said, it will be pretty much an express service once we get out of Lewes. We can start hitting up, putting the throttle down. Already cleared up to 20. And there we go, cleared up to 40, so we'll start popping up the throttle. Line 60 soon after. So you guess one of the good things about the Brighton main, sorry, not Brighton main line, the East Coastway, is it is a bit of a slower route in terms of speed limits. Compared to say a main line, it is very much a branch line. So the services, even though they're a lot shorter, they do take a little while longer. Here's the branch line we'd be taking if we were heading back down to Seaford. Be hopping off there, but we're continuing on the main line. Yeah, in some ways it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Medway Valley line. Especially the bit near Brighton where you've got London Road, Russell-Combe, and all quite close together. Given the go-ahead now to go up to 80 miles an hour, so we can get, again, more speed in. I think the 2 branches give you something different. This is more of a high-speed branch. Whereas, obviously, if we go down the Seaford route, which is what we're doing originally, it's a lot slower. And so there is a little bit of variety, I guess, in terms of the services. Just a shame, really, it doesn't go any further, like it doesn't go all the way to Hastings, because it'd be nice to drive, you know, end to end. The services, I know we can only take it as far as Eastbourne, but there are, it'd be nice if it went further. You can say a lot about a lot of trains from both routes, though. You know, the route coverage, it'll be nice if it went, if there was more to it. I mean, the biggest example is Manchester Airport commuter. I love Manchester Airport commuter, it's my local line, but it's a shame it doesn't go to Crewe. which should really go to crew and just stops at Alderley Edge. So you can make that argument for a lot of the trains to ward routes. So 3 miles until we get to Berwick. We are flying along the line. AWS warning, or vigilante warning rather. Making sure I am still alive here. Did not put anything into the controls for a minute. Again, there's lots of level crossings out here as well on this section of the East Coastway, which it kind of again reminds me a little bit of Medway Valley with the amount of level crossings, etc. you get out here. I guess it's kind of the same train as well, really. It's an Electrostar, different type of Electrostar, but it's still a Electrostar train where we're driving along this route. So I guess there's that similarity as well. Right, we've got a mile to go, so we'll start feeding in some brake as we get to Berwick. There's probably more the Seaford branch that has more in common with Medway Valley, but yeah, I reckon they seem similar. I'd say now I've had a chance to play it a bit more. The remastered East Coastway it's not bad. It's not great.
We are now approaching Berwick.
Certainly, it's no Great Eastern, Great Western Express rather. But to be fair, that remaster is fantastic anyway. We are coming in a little hot here.
This is Berwick.
Right, Berwick, we were coming in a little hot to the station, but we managed to get it stopped properly.
The next station is Polegate.
So as I said, like literally we've only got 3 stops left. I believe Holgate, something else, and then Eastbourne. I have to wait until I can get the doors closed, or at least leave. Give it some throttle, get us out the station.
Well,
I think in some ways they should have redone the foliage in some of the fields, because the 2D grass kind of ruins it a little bit. And we get a lot of like 2D grass here. So I think they should have done better in terms of the foliage and, you know, what we're getting in terms of foliage. the lighting's a massive improvement. As I was saying before, a lot of the old Train Sim World routes from this era, I think this was the TSW6 route, they are very washed out, so certainly that's better. In terms of just the colouring and lighting, you go and look at Northern Transpennine or Tees Valley and run a service on there, it's just very dark, the lighting, and that's how the routes looked back then. But obviously technologies and improvements during the releases from 2 to 6, upgrades and such. There we are. I still, and to be fair, I still love, I still quite highly rate Northern Transpennine and Tees Valley for what they are, but they certainly do show their age when you compare it to the modern, you know, just the amount of clutter and vegetation, what we see on modern routes like this. I'm hoping that if they do decide to remaster it, they get Just Trains to do the remaster, because Just Trains pretty much own the 80s and the BR Blue era when it comes to Train Sim World, with Blackpool branches, the West Coast Main Line. I'm assuming their new Carlisle route as well, which has been announced, is going to be set BR Blue. I've not really looked into the Carlisle route, Carlisle Coast, the Carlisle Coast or Cumbrian Coast, whatever it's called. I'm assuming that's going to be BR Blue. It is just their era. Certainly when West Coast, both of them routes probably come out, we'll certainly be having videos and streams on them as well. In fact, we're likely to do a full run from Crewe up to Carlisle or vice versa on stream, because that'll be fun, just taking a full stopping service up the West Coast Main Line. I'm not sure if I need to remember how to use the tap controllers on the Class 86 or 87, but it's been a while since I drove one of them as well.
We are now approaching Polegate.
Right, so this is Polegate. Much smoother in stopping here. Surprisingly enough, we're pretty much running to time as well. So, that's kind of a miracle. Every service I've done today, I've been running late. Oh,
This is
in line with the marker. So yeah, we are actually running to time.
Service to Hastings. The next station is Hampden Park.
I think it's Hampden Park and then Eastbourne, and that's going to be the end of our service for today, as we're not able to take the train any further. I'd like to take us all the way to Hastings, but not currently doable. Like 2.5 miles or so, just under to Hampden Park.
Welcome aboard the service to Hastings, boarding at Hampden Park, Eastbourne, Hampden Park, Bexhill, St Leonard's and Hastings. The next station is Hampden Park.
Oh shit, I forgot we've got a 35, haven't we? Completely missed that 35 zone there. Casually going along, thinking, oh, I could go up to 40. Like, no, there is a speed restriction. Don't know why there's a speed restriction here. I guess it's just the sharpness of this bend. Is quite the corner. And suddenly we're up to 70, so yeah, it must just be how sharp that bend is where we're just restricted going around it. God, I was completely oblivious though, I wasn't paying any attention. As long as you get there safely and the passengers get there safely, it's fine, I'm sure. Tea and biscuits with the manager afterwards when we get back to Eastbourne. Probably the reason we're not going to Hastings, they don't trust me enough. I'm sure all the passengers want to get there as quickly as they can, alright? Just a mile to go to Hampden Park. And we're joining the this is where we join the upper line if we were going to Hastings, I believe. We actually might stop here twice, you know, if we were able to do the route to Hastings, because we come back through this way.
We are now approaching Hampden Park.
I think we stop at the other platform. Again, from what I remember, Eastbourne's is the terminus, so we pretty much pull into Eastbourne, turn the train around, come back out the same way, come back up this route the same way. Oh, lady. Oh, almost walked into the tracks on that lady. Train symbol AI for having passengers jump in front of your train.
This train is the service to Hastings. The next station is Eastbourne.
Yeah, Eastbourne's the next stop. Running ever so slightly behind now, but only about 40 seconds, so we're not too badly for speed. For time, rather. Get the doors locked. We're about 20 seconds behind schedule, so not too bad. And it's just 2 miles to go into Eastbourne. Again, and when we get into Eastbourne, that's where we're pretty much going to end the stream, so I just want to give everyone a big thank you again for if you joined us this morning for watching the stream.
Eastbourne, Hampden Park, Bexhill, St Leonard's and Hastings.
Yeah, as I was saying, we do stop. If we were going on to Hastings, we would stop again at Hampden Park. Obviously, we can't do that.
Is Eastbourne.
But yeah, no, as I was saying, I want to give everyone a big thank you if you've watched the stream today, spent your morning with me. You could be literally doing everything else. If you have enjoyed the stream, make sure you click the like button. Also, give us a follow and subscribe as well. There's lots of simulation and train sim content on the channel. That includes gameplay videos and reviews, as well as weekly live streams. And yeah, I'll see you on the next live stream. Normally it would be Sunday morning. I think next week it's going to be Saturday evening for the live stream. Just purely because next Sunday is Manchester Marathon and I'll be out watching the marathon. But no, we will get streaming next week as well. What we end up streaming, I'm not sure on terms of the content yet. It may be a might be Great Western Express. I was considering doing Blackpool branches, as I mentioned, and getting the pacer out, so it could be that. I'll decide near the time, but there will be a stream next week. Cut our speed off, as we are restricted to 55, and then 25 as we get into Eastbourne itself. But no, a big thank you for everyone who's joined us today.
We are now approaching Eastbourne.
25 as we get into the platform. And here we go. Switching tracks. Ready to pull out the other way and another driver to take us on to Hastings. We will see how well we've done and what we score on this. I don't think platinum medals existed when this route came out, so I'm assuming it'll be gold. We are driving with the safety system, so normally that would be platinum. And here we are in Eastbourne. Brakes on so we don't hit the woofer at the end of the line.
This is East.
Get the passenger doors open. And this is as far as we'll be taking it. Got another service, probably doing the reverse route off to Brighton coming in on the platform next to us. And there we go, there's the gold medal. So again, I hope you've all enjoyed today's stream. If you have enjoyed today's stream, make sure you give us a like and a sub. I'll be back relatively soon with more gameplay videos and also another stream next week. As mentioned before, the stream next week will probably be Saturday evening as opposed to Sunday morning, just because I'm busy on the Sunday and I'm not going to be available. But for now, enjoy the rest of your day, and yeah, I hope to see you again. Bye.